Hello and welcome. Now I've set these two going. I've set them, and yes, it actually was red. The clue was in the head of it, so I thought, you know, while we're doing this, we're going to change the colour of this. So I've changed it. I'm going to grab the 70 ton and stick that on the side. I'm hoping it doesn't run through the house. Well, I think most drivers could probably figure out that that's a post that you can't go through. Obviously not you. Right, so then where is the start position on this field? And we'll try and assist this driver that's struggling a little bit with dimensions. If we go on this one, oh my life, it's all the way, right the way down there. Well, we'll assist a little bit then. We're going to take this pass, and then I thought, I'd like your opinion on this. You know, I've got to be honest, I was going to say this is the biggest field I've ever had, but then I've got to be honest, Rombos had monster fields. I'm really not sure that this is as large as some of the fields on Rombos, where you couldn't even see right down the end of the thing. So, as big as this is, I often forget about Rombos, really, and yeah, let's try that again, shall we? Let's leave you to it. You should this time, unless you bump into the actual thing, really be fine. Yeah, I thought we'd grab a 70 tonner. Stick that on the edge, and the others are what? Yeah, my opinion. Let's finish one thing off at a time. Yeah, I've always tried to do dynamic. Now this is a monster. It really is, and I think truthfully, it's I personally feel that it's probably not wise to focus only on that because it is a bit of a monster. But I did it on Stone Valley, and it was a huge session. A field probably bigger than this as well. One of the biggest fields on the map. And of course it did take a long time, of course. So, but we focused solely on that, and it must have been about an hour of time, which for a time lapse was 3 hours long. Really, what I mean is it? Oh, they are as well. Why did I not know? Oh, seriously. No, it's you that we need to cancel. And then we need to like tell you, you get too close. I hate this. So one thing I hate about this is where you have a double course, and now I need to like sort of go backwards up on the very small headland, which is doubtful it'll be able to turn because he's going to be in the way of the other one. Right, let's jump to it. I know what's going to happen. It always does, every single time. No. Let's go backwards because you've at least started the field off. I'll give him some turning room, and then it should be absolutely alright. And at least they won't damage the field. It's, you know, seriously. Oh, you couldn't make it up. Right. As this go past, and then yeah, what I was saying was, yeah, I personally don't like to just focus on this because I think it's a little bit boring for everyone to watch for that length of time. I think it was the Stone Valley one that really made me think, is this really right? Now that we want to go. Hopefully the other one will sort of get past before they drive in a straight line. That's any trouble. It's errors. Be very, very lucky. Oh, almost. Yeah, that I class that as good. That's not too terrible. Yeah. We're obviously focusing just on this. It's really a monstrous sort of thing. I am only hoping to do the harvest itself rather than the actual straw this session, because that in itself is going to be an absolute monumental task. Really not sure how we're going to do that, whether we're going to do, because we've got forage, we've got two though now, haven't we? I think what we will do though is we will use our brains, and we will have builds on the side of this field in the middle. Now, to be honest, we could be clever here. Where the number one is, we could, when we've harvested this, stick the actual thing in the middle, something I did in Attingham. It would in real life be a temporary building rather than a real one. Is that what the one actually started or what? Let's have a quick look. Let's see if Lando's actually manoeuvring. Yes, my Lando is smashing. Let's not look too close at this because no, it seems to be this as a standard one. Not yeah, we did buy a real one. So I remember we bought this new, so yeah, we should be fine. Yeah, I would like your opinion on this though. I personally think that might be a nice size length pipe. Oh, I can't order the standard length pipe, Wally. Yeah, is. I'm confusing even myself now. Yeah, basically, I think that I want to leave these going, and we'll like be popping in and out. Go to a time lapse because it's still going to be big. And I think we'll also do the animals because we've got to do that. What I mean is I don't want to just focus on the field because I find personally it's a little bit too much, one of these things. I mean, it's going to eventually come down to the field, but I thought, well, we could start by scooting off, and I'm not sure if this will be able to unload without having a short pipe, but there's no way that we're going to like resend it back and bring it back. It's just no, it's we're going to have to manage as it is. If I have to take care of, I do what I have done many a time, which is to drop the header on the floor and actually just go to the trailer itself. So with no further ado, we've got the animals to do and all the rest of it. I will be darting in and out. I'm going to have to come back because, as you can see, this is going to fill fairly quickly. Yeah, it is. In fact, I might wait for the first empty before I scoot off. So, but I am going to say my words. We'll have a bit of a chat at the end of the session when this monster field is harvested. So I am going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. I'm coming up the time lapse a bit. That obviously went wrong. That had got a full hold, and then it literally puts. I went from 52% to 68%, and it was a full hold of like. So that's not right. Something went wrong. He did a bit of juddering, like a courseplay thing, It's not unloading. I've got to be honest, there was one set that I took out for a while and then put back in. It was one of the John Deere sets, so I don't know whether it was this one, and I've stuck this one back in. But then there was also a set that actually worked with your inside. It doesn't like you being on the first headland, it likes you to be inside the field, and then it actually unloads perfectly well. But something went wrong with that. We lost about 10 tons of game glitch, and it lost 10 tons of this, so we can actually stick this in here. Oh no, this doesn't like it. That was another thing that we had, where we had issues with this particular trailer. It's absolutely fine. It's too low. It can't actually reach the height, so this is going to be a bit of a pain for this, really. So we have not got time to run all the way down to here with every last little bit. Right, barley. What are we going to do with the barley? I think we're going to do a monster amount of seeds, but I don't know that we can actually... Yeah, there's going to be way too much seeds. I don't think it's enough time for us to produce seeds to this extent. Oh no, we have got multiple. I think the barley can go in the Omertanas. We've got 2 Omertanas. We could do that, but for now, I don't mean it's double handling, but we haven't got time to faff around. Or have we got time to faff around? Really, we could do with all of our trailers, if I'm being totally truthful. Yeah, it's a bit of a... This is going to be a bit of a monumental task, but I just thought I'd got to do that. Something went wrong when it was like 100%. Next minute, I've got like 29. Yeah, oh, don't I get always do it on this because I've got the actual great uneven. I don't know what I did, but I did. I seem to be hitting something every single time. What am I hitting now? I am actually hitting that. Yeah, it really is. I've got to come well wide and then hook back in, and that really is a proper frame, actually. That's me steering too well with this beautiful beast that's so good at steering. I'm oversteering. I'm coming in too tight. Need to come out and then go back in. Yeah, we'll work on this, proving it's not really the tray. It's just not high enough for that particular type of thing. So yeah, I just hope that doesn't lose any more again, because we can't really afford as much as we can't work hard all year long and then like again destroy our harvest because of some sort of glitch. I'm hoping it's just a one-off and it's not going to do that every time it unloads, because that would be too much for us to bear, truthfully. It's sort of just like it did judder as it did it, and then it just disappeared, and I'm like, hang on a minute, you were 100% now, like you're saying that you're nearly... Yeah, I noticed it went from red to almost white in the blink of an eye, and yeah, we'd got a few tons in. I'm like, yeah, so just thought I'd come out for a second. Anyway, we're going to go back in. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to handle it. I just wanted to draw your attention to it, really, that yeah, something weird happened. So I will send words again. Yeah, we're going to go straight back into the time lapse, and we'll see you guys and gals on the other side. coming out of time lapse. That was a little bit painful. Yeah, the JHHG modding John Deere was really temperamental. I've got to be honest. It was like darkness and light. It was like the Colossus was the light and it was the darkness. It did a weird prance around the field in the middle, completely going off track with what, of course, it should have done. I don't think I've ever seen one except for a John Deere, and it could have been this very one that I did remove a long while back because it did the strangest things. Very rarely unloaded. We obviously at the beginning of the end of last session, sorry, I obviously showed on camera that I'd set all of the self-unload, unload on first head and all of that type of stuff. So it was all set right, but it was not having any of it. It wasn't. And I also did that because there is one of the John Deeres that doesn't like it on the headland itself. It likes it on the inside of the field. We did that too, and it still didn't like it. So yeah, just wanted to show this because it has been a monster of sticking all of this in storage before we have a look at it. So we did sort of learn, didn't we? That's why I stopped using this one. I thought, really, when you're dealing with monster harvests like this, you would invest in bigger equipment. I thought, don't be a skinflint just because we're getting close to the end of the Let's Play. Just grab another 70 tonne and we're going to use it time after time after time on all these harvests that we've got, even just for now. So what I did want to do was I wanted to show the total. There's an awful lot of barley and there's a lot of straw that we're going to have to gather in. I do think I'm right. I think we're going to stick something right in the middle of the field because this is the last harvest. It would be a temporary building, really, a staging point, you could say. But yeah, we'll put an Omatana in there. Or maybe two. I think there's going to be too much for that too. It's going to take months and months because I'm thinking there's an awful lot of straw on that field. I know there is. So yeah, have we got a windrower? I don't think we have we? We've never needed one. Right, we're going to send that back. And that. Yeah, we won't be leasing that one next time. No, I was not happy with that, not at all. And I don't like, because I know I've got to be honest, JHHG modding does some cracking, as in details, the amount of detail that's gone into it, but it doesn't like horseplay, and that to me is like one of the biggest no-nos. So yeah, that's right, we did have that. Right, we're looking, I believe, at, we could do this. It should show us, oh my life, bearing in mind we didn't have a stitch, 404 tons or 404,000 litres and 496 litres. That is amazing. Yeah, if we just sold just for the barley alone, $286,322, that is a tremendous amount. Wow, we've got a tiny bit of oats, must remember that. Just looking at the things we have got, yeah, fertiliser, slurry, which is being converted into slurry. Now then, we could actually go through till tomorrow morning, really. There's absolutely nothing stopping us. Yeah, the barley, it will likely to be the oats next month, but I think we did say that. I think I looked at and said that it was, no, it's not. I don't think it will be. I think it'll be the month after, but we will go through till the morning, really, and for once I'll do it here rather than scoot down there. And it is going to be 8 o'clock. We haven't done anything. Have we not missed anything? No, we've got no, we haven't, not for once. And we've done all the animals, and next session we'll do the animals again and hopefully go through to the next harvest. So that 400, oh, shouldn't I have stuck that? No, we really, yeah, straw isn't going anywhere, but it is true, really, I should have done that. Yeah, really should have done. Ooh, nice, very nice. I'm seriously wondering once, do we actually, not that particular one, do we, I'm just thinking of how much straw there is to, there are sometimes that baling is an absolute thing where you can set it and forget it, although you still got to pick your bales up afterwards. I suppose, do we do one at each end? Or do we do one Yeah, let me show you what I mean. Right, optimally, in the middle, you'd think was in the best, but we're talking about a massive field. So do we stick one there? I always think, if you think of a cross going across like that, and a cross going across like that, and a square, then this perfect centre is the perfect place to go, because all the ways around is almost like a circle, and it's like the radius of a circle and the centre of a circle. Likewise, same on this. Yeah, exactly the same. If you split that into two, it's obviously a massive lozenge, so really you'd split it maybe into three, and then you'd have a perfect thing. Again, these will be temporary buildings, and they are temporary buildings. I mean, we would be like staging this to make this into, yeah, I mean, this for us it is a temporary building anyway. That's going to cost us 60,000 if we did it in that, but I think actually we could probably do with one and one, and then literally stage all of that to here. If we did do that, yeah, there's nothing there. I've moved all the tractors now, so yeah, if we did do that, we'd have to be careful, because if we're following the original course-play course, which you would have to for the workers, I'd have to put it, I suppose you could, no, I'd have to recreate the course. We'll figure it out, we will, but that's pretty much what I'm thinking we will do. Do we do it now? Do we do that at least now? So we've got to try to go in between the windrows. This one already has got one in the middle. Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect, but again, I mean, that's the other thing you could do, which is to stick one up that and one down there optimally. That way you don't, but there's not much headland on this side, so you'd end up doing, I mean, in the real life, and I suppose, yeah, let's stick to what is sort of real. Let's try and look at where that's the centre mark, so the centre of this section would be about there. So if we stick one there, although it's not perfectly central, you're not, at least not doing what you, yeah, and it can be a permanent fixture then, really. Yeah, I've sort of studied this a lot, and to be honest, yeah, real life is like this in so much as, right, one, you do have staging points on a field like this, so we want the other one about halfway on this one, which would be about roughly there-ish. Ooh, too close to the tree. That's better. Ooh. Smashing. Okay, so then two of those. Fantastic. We'll get the straw into there. We've got that. Obviously we did. I'm very glad that we did get the two forage wagons. Both biggies. So yeah, 15 and 47.3. So we'll use both of those to great effect and unload those, and that's going to be a session in itself. So we will of course get these fed first. I don't think we can get away with it now, not with the animals being as they are, where you could even sort of think, oh, I'll just leave it for a bit. Well, I suppose you could leave it for a bit. We can see that the food's not going anywhere. I suppose for once we could actually start that. I suppose we'd just like this session really, we could start the straw going, and then we will whilst those oh no, with forage wagons they're going to be forever filling. They really are, because they're big windrows. So no, I think what we'll do is we probably will for once, because these are, yeah, there's plenty of food in the trough, so we can actually see that. I think what we'll do is get cracking with the straw first, stick that in. Also we do need, if we're going to do seeds, what sort of, I think we did work this out, this is quite slow, but we now have got 4 of the farm supply productions, and they can do barley seeds, and it does it, oh, it's 240 tonnes a month. So actually, to be honest, no, we would not need anywhere near that much. We've got a bit down this end we can stake to the one on the grass field. I didn't realise actually the production shed, that's one thing that definitely beats the production shed on, is its seeds. If you remember, we used that last because we did oats, is 48,000. No, not that that's terrible, but if you think of what we'd have, that would take 10 months for that to do that, the amount that we've got, whereas that's 240 tonnes per month for those. So we could just use the 2 on the edge of that field, or yeah, we've got some in this one. Obviously we bought, I think it was 84 tonnes, I think, oh no, 72 tonnes. Yeah, 72 tons in this. So it's a shame about that flax straw. I was really looking forward to using that, but the game doesn't recognise it as straw, so you just can't do anything other than sell it for peanuts, really. So yeah, it's a bit of a white elephant, that was, but you live and learn, and such is real life. Yeah, not everything works out to plan. So yeah, we're going to leave it there. There's a lot to do. 1,213,351. Yeah, there's how much are the animals? Yeah, reproduction 60, so that's going to be the same for them all. Puberty 33 for our youngsters. So yeah, I think they will be giving birth pretty much at the end of the Let's Play, I should say, and they'll be pretty much adults by that time. I'd imagine the slurry is going to be getting quite big. Let's just have a look at the constraint. The one thing I would like to see is how much in one full month do we get in the manure section. I think we've been leaving it every other month. Yeah, 20 tons. So yeah, I think we left it to be 2. Yeah, the slurry, I think there's enough slurry that we can stick some in the production shed as well as this one. Did we put that one on selling? I'm not sure we did. Yeah, the new one, I think we left that in storing. Now this, yeah, we can afford the time. Just would like to show for just this, obviously, because there's a lot of tonnage there. If we take that till 9 o'clock, which is not going to hurt us, just want to see how much that is, because that's going to be quite a bump. Good to see the production costs aren't like being nasty as well. 300,000. Wow, amazing. It is. Right, that's going to be a great asset. I said, and there's too much slurry left, as you can see. That's going to be, yeah, the slurry to manure ratio is completely, yeah, so we need more manure. We'll grab the 20 tons because it's going to keep that going. We also need to stick more water in as well. We can see that's going short. Yeah, no, we did all of that. So yeah, that's it really. Yeah, so I am going to scoot 1,527,556. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the catching up stage on this one, if I'm honest, because the fields themselves are worth an astronomical amount of cash. Yeah, I mean, if we that one's, I mean, yeah, there's 2 point something million there, another 500,000, another 500,000 with those two, and then that one's 750,000. So just for the selling everything, I know we won't do that, but what I mean is there's about 3.5 million there, I think that was right-ish. You could say 2.2, 2.4, 2.9, 3.7 almost, 3.7, 4, almost 4 million for the actual just land value alone, without cash on hand, without value of stock, all that type of thing. Really, this is going to be, I mean, no, Riverside was monstrous. I mean, yeah, to be honest, it's still got a long way to go, yeah, and it is July, but we've got a lot of harvest to do. If we're going to do the seeds, that's going to be worth an absolute fortune. We do need to get those in this coming session as well, though, so we need to get the seed moved to the omatanas, the barley to be seeds, and we also need to pick that straw up. And again, the straw to silage is going to be monstrous as well, because we're out of silage at the minute. I would say equally that the grass is ready to cut this time, and I would be right. That looks third growth stage to me. So yeah, this is our second cut, so there's going to be one more cut, July, August, September, October, just before. Yeah, no, we will do that, because if it's the last cut of the Let's Play, then I'm going to do it, even if I wouldn't normally. I would. October's alright, it's the November. I don't like cutting in November, really. I'm not a massive fan of October, but if we've got to do it, and if it's like the last thing, I want to make sure we pull out every single stop to make sure that nothing is left where you could say, oh, well, he didn't really do his best there. I don't want that said at all. I want to make sure, ooh, we're lucky. Yeah, really, yes, I did. That is true. I did forget that. Luckily, does prove my point. Sometimes when you do this every single time, the odd time you can get away with the fact that things are all right like that. It's not going to be as good as normal. I think we usually get 305 odd tons off this. I think it will go down a little bit, but it won't be a lot. So I've got to pay more attention. We were busy. I've got to be honest. It was terrible, but you can always say that. You're always going to be busy on a farm. So yeah, I need to make sure we do that next time as well. So we're going to set this going. Might have to leave the grass on the field, or so we do. No, we do need to cut it because it has to grow again. So yeah, so we'll see. It's going to be quite a monstrous session, definitely. But for now, we have achieved the harvest of our biggest field. So we can see that the 2 oat fields are going to be ready next month, and the peas are getting close. Sugarcane's a long way off, as are the sunflowers. So yeah, it's getting there though. I mean, if you think about it, we're a third the way through our harvest in a way, from a size point of view, really. Maybe, yeah, no, I would say third. Yeah, I would. I would say that they're still the same as that, really. If you put all of those fields together, I would say it is. I think that was a third. But yeah, all that remains to be said for this particular session is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. As always, I always love to hear from yourselves, whatever the reason for you to tell me something, a mod I've got to use, or something that you like, or whatever. I'm all ears. I really do love to hear from you all. I really do. And all that's left to say is goodbye for now.